Alright, so this video we're finally going to talk about the 25 that finished off the 23.3 mean. So a little unfortunate I wasn't able to get better than 25, but I also know I don't really average 25, I'm probably a little bit worse. But either way, let's go over it. So for this solve I did the white front EO, so first solve was green front, second solve was red front, and this one's now white front. And this one had 6 wrong edges. We got 1 here, we have 2 in the back, we have 1 back there, that makes 4, and then we have these 2 here to make 6. And the way I did the EO, I started with D prime to orient 3 of the edges and misorient 1 of them, which left me with 4 edges here, 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 and back there. And the way I finished these 4 edges, I did F2, which puts a misoriented edge there next to this one, and then I can insert these 2 in 2 moves, either with B prime L or LB prime. I did LB prime, and then I did D, and then I took a look, and I know, well, firstly I noticed this big block, but when I tried to do stuff with it, it didn't really go anywhere. But more importantly, I 4C 4E on 2 axes, so 4 corners here, and then 4 edges, not that one, sorry, this one, and that one back there. And then if you rotate here, we also have 4C 4E, so we have like these 2 pairs, and these 2, oh wait, no we don't, I lied. So I only have 4C 4E on 1 axis. For some reason I thought I had it on 2. But that aside, didn't like the continuation on normal, so I switched. And now the cube looks like this, and again I tried to do stuff with the blocks, didn't really go anywhere. So to finish this off, I noticed I had a pair here, and I can make this into a pair just by doing L2. And then I wanted to get these pairs in a better position so I could insert one of these corners. So I tried inserting this one first, didn't really like the continuation, so I did F2 and then L2 to make this bar instead. And then to finish off the other bar, it was... So I could do like B2, U2, but then my edges aren't lined up nicely, and I want to keep these kind of in this pattern so I can insert it with 1 move. So what I did was FB R2, which also lines this 1 by 3 nicely, so I don't have to deal with it later. And then just B prime L to finish. And I noticed I have good corners because I can solve them relatively easily. It's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So obviously I checked half turn reduction possibilities, they didn't really go anywhere. Tried solving it just on inverse again, didn't really like what I was seeing, so I switched. And I possibly could have seen this on inverse, but this is how I saw it, so I switched. And then I solved most of the pieces by doing B prime, and then D2, which gives me really nice blocks. I have 1 here, and then 1 up there, over there. And then to finish off the skeleton, you can either do like L2, F prime, L2, and that'll give you two edges cycling with each other and 4 edges cycling with each other. Or you can do R2, B prime, R2, F prime to get the same thing. So there's basically 2 different ways to get 2E, 4E. So I checked both, but the one that I just showed there where I did like R2, B prime, R2, F prime, that one ended up having the better insertions. So that ended up being what my final attempt was. And for the actual insertions, so the first one I did was after the first 4 moves of the skeleton. So this is, it was a 3 edge cycle, so I actually have the wrong thing set up. So let me set this up. There we go. So after the first 4 moves, my edges look like this. And the move that's coming before the insertion point, so the 4th move of the skeleton, is a B prime. So I'm able to cancel 1 move, actually no, 2 moves, sorry, by doing B2, and then U D prime, R2, and then I do U prime D, but because the next move of the skeleton is a D as well, I cancel another move there, so I was able to solve 3 edges in 4 moves, and that left me with just 2E, 2E. So I had a 2 cycle like this and a 2 cycle like that. And then if you go a little further into the skeleton, up to the point where the 3 moves before it are D2, R2, B prime, I found a way to insert, well, what it looked like is I had this on the cube. So first idea is just that, L2, F2 3 times. But that didn't really cancel anything, so what I tried instead was one of the alternative solutions, and the one I went with was, so the move before, again, so it's D2, R2, B prime, and then we have the point. So the move before was B prime, so I did the one that starts with B2, so it was B2, L2, B2, and then R2, F2, R2, but the move after the insertion point is an R2, so it'd be like R2, F2, and then the R2 completely cancels 2 moves. And then the move after the R2 is an F prime, so I cancel 1 there. So I was able to do 2E, 2E in 2 moves. So in total, I ended up doing an extra 6 moves in order to solve 2E, 4E. And then the cube was solved in 25 moves. I tried finding ways to reduce the slices, but I had no luck. So wasn't able to get better than a 25, but that still gave me a 23.3 mean of 3. So there you go, I hope you guys learned something. If you want me to do more FMC videos like these, I'd be open to the idea at the very least. And yeah, thank you for watching.